Tough spot here, 3rd and 18, following back-to-back running plays that went in the wrong direction. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Here's Brad Wing now to punt it away on 4th down. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 34. The first carry now for Ricky Williams. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
734.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
We got three, fellas. We got 3. 808.
Now Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Fielded just inside the 20. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here. A little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's it, baby.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Detroit! 4 down.
Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
Now a pitch out to Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And past the 30, down to about the 27. That second down run a big help as 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Here we go. 29. 29.
To throw, it's Carr. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
Watch the run.
From the gun, it's Carr. He's got his man complete. It's Tim Brown. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Tim Brown from 10 yards out. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2.
You got 56 there.
They'll look to run for him with Williams. And he will get in to make it 8-0. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
They go play action here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Detroit!
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That's the first catch of the game for Goodwin. It's a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. Throwing, Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. That'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Khalil Mack in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Leopard! Gun!
3rd and long for Mayfield. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he takes this one down all the way play near the 30. Brown, his first catch. It's a first down.
Last stop. Last stop.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56. Gun.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Over the middle here to Brown. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this.
Gun. Detroit.
Mayfield on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Detroit!
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Now they face a 3rd and 15 here following the delay of game. Mayfield with it once more. And that will be incomplete as well.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but there must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
On now, it's Blair Walsh as he'll try the field goal here. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Undercrush.
694.
Now a play fake. Carr. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25.
Express.
A big play that time for the Raiders. 57 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Hey, here we go. OP. Raider 1.
And they'll go on the ground. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 3rd down, that's Williams. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier.
Go, Chief.
Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll go for it. It's Carr. He gets it to Brown, complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll run it with Williams. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Ricky Williams as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders add on to their lead. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. Carr now to throw. And the conversion good. He's got it. So the lead swells to 16-0. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. Set to return. This is Brandon Cooks. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Looking deep downfield and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mayfield now. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. 3rd down here. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Final play of the half. Mayfield. A hit as he throws there. Incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee you he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
White. Express.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right. Hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it.
Get down. Blue 80.
Now Carr. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is going to be incomplete. The Raiders try it on fourth down, but to no avail. And the Broncos will take over on downs. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half.
Gun! Detroit!
Play fake. Mayfield. And oh, look at that. A diving catch. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk.
Gun!
On first and 10, Mayfield. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Bruce Smith in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is going to be able to bounce back in the next one, because right now, this has not been his game.
And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Detroit! No, check, Patriot!
From the red zone now, Mayfield. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Cam Chancellor able to drop him for a loss of 4.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Gun!
Second down, Mayfield. And it's caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Detroit!
To throw, Mayfield. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jimmy Graham from 3 yards out, and the Broncos cut into that lead. So it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
Now whistles and a timeout signaled here by the offense, and that's their first of this second half. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2.
We got 4.
Detroit!
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very.
In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Leopard!
Following the interception. reception. Mayfield throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey. 4 down.
Gun!
Mayfield off the play fake. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Tight end's right.
Detroit!
From the gun, Mayfield. And able to find Graham, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a first down here. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And Graham's got it over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards there. 2 straight plays of 16 yards and another first down. A first down throw from Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Graham. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
That's it. Big hit.
Detroit!
Tight end right. 4 down.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This is caught. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat. 2
big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Linval Joseph coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
All right, now look at that.
Mayfield looks to throw. And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath.
All right, now look at
Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
And he can indeed, and pretty well executed there. And that is incomplete. Right there in coverage, the veteran Cam Chancellor.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
So a field goal gets you back within a score, but they're going to go for the bigger chunk here. Kicking team on the sidelines. Offense on for 4th down. Now Mayfield. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Jimmy Graham, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. So now a big play here as the Broncos will line up to go for 2.
Gun!
And again, it's Mayfield. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. And the lead is cut to 2 here in the 4th. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. And now Oakland ready to take the field. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Spins away, and he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
6:37. Later 8. Down. Low.
On second down, here's Carr. And that's going to be incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now Carr. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. So the Broncos coming out now. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10.
Gun!
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And it's incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Let's go!
Mayfield to throw it. This is caught. It's Cooks. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The quick slant, good for a first down, a gain of 12.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw. And, oh no, he lost the football. And partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling. Maybe we ask them to...
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball, so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr going to throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Gronkowski again, he was the intended target, and now it's 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone and throw into the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Here's Carr to throw. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Carr now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Double tight.
You got 56 there.
3 down.
On the toss, here's Williams. And running with power here. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, everyone, as we say so long from Denver.